Yeah, what happened here?
This always sucks. St. Johns County Schools have confirmed their involvement in what is potentially the largest breach of American children's personal information to date. Is that accurate?
Whoa, that's a drop.
Whoa.
Jeez.
That's too happy of a sound for this
Yeah,
announcement.
seriously. I was like, the angels are like
I know,
coming in.
And God comes down from the heavens.
This is the worst.
It's my Ring camera.
Data breach.
I always think angels are showing up at my front door.
I need to get one of those Ring cameras.
Oh, they're fun.
They really are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to watch myself come and go.
Okay.
That's about it.
Yeesh.
Drive through twice.
The Ring
Okay.
camera's supposed to be outside, David.
It is.
Not the bedroom, David.
I leave the house and come back. Ay, ay, ay.
So if you want the link to Davey's Ring camera, he's now charging for that link.
Link in comments.
This is a great idea. God, you're a
Right?
genius, Mr. Melfi.
You're
That's
welcome.
awesome.
You're welcome,
God,
sir.
I need a hit. This is great.
Only cams.
Only cams.
That's right. The breach is part of a nationwide hack involving PowerSchool, which is a company that provides software and cloud-based solutions for school operations to 50 million staff and students globally. The breach raised significant concerns about the security of personal data within educational institutions. Families were informed of the breach via email, which detailed the timeline of events. The incident was first brought to PowerSchool's attention on December 28th, and it took more than 2 weeks for the company to provide the district with a list of affected individuals. That list was given on January 13th. On January 29th, PowerSchool made credit and identity monitoring services available to the school district. Families were officially notified of the breach on February 4th, over a month after the initial discovery. Wow. That's a long time to have your data sitting out there and you just don't know about
That's
it.
exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a big data breach at a job I worked at once, and they did the same thing. They sent us all like the LifeLock memberships for a whole year.
Whoopie do.
Yeah. So the people just waited for after a year, and they stole my entire life.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do. They just wait and for that stuff to go away.
Yeah, and stuff ends up on the dark web and stuff, man.
It's not
and
good.
It's just there forever. The compromised information includes names, contact details, dates of birth, and social security numbers of children within the district. That sucks.
Yeah.
In response to the breach, PowerSchool is offering 2 years of complimentary identity protection to the affected students.
We'll show them.
I mean, look, 2
How about
years
lifetime?
2 years is better than 1 year, but that's exactly what I was going to say. I mean, you exposed millions and millions of people. I know this company probably can't afford to buy 50 million people or whatever.
Yeah.
LifeLock, but it's what you should do. Experian, a credit reporting agency, will be reaching out to students or parents directly in the coming weeks to facilitate this service. Additionally, a call center has been established to address any questions that families may have. You can call that phone number at 833-918-9464. In the interim, parents are advised to monitor their own and their children's information for signs of potential fraud. One recommended precautionary measure is to request a security freeze on a minor child's credit report, which can prevent unauthorized credit applications in the child's name. This step, according to Experian, can be an effective way to safeguard against identity theft. Yeah, you definitely want to do that for the kids, man. Definitely want to do that for the kids. Wow, that's scary. It is really one of the most unsettling feelings. I don't know if you guys have ever been through a situation where your information's been compromised, but it is one of the most unsettling feelings.
I got my identity stolen twice within 6 months.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's awful. It's awful. You have to replace everything and everything out there. And it's not just the scam. A lot of banks out there are reporting that people are calling saying they're from the bank. They need information for tax purposes. Some of those things. The banks aren't calling you. If you think if someone calls you and you think it might be real, tell them you're going to call them back at your local branch and talk to them. Don't give them any information over the phone. No. You know, and there's a lot of attacks on the elderly with this information because
I hear a lot of that.
A lot of stuff was, but I just got a notice and a phone call actually from a friend of mine that's at the bank saying, hey, you know, you got these accounts with us. Make sure everybody in your company knows. Don't give them any information.
Yeah.
So, you know, so there's definitely some major scams out there under the guise of we're putting your taxes together and doing your K1s and stuff like that. Yeah, just don't share any information with somebody you do not know over the phone.
No, that's a good point, Troy. And that's something that I do every time I get a text like, hey, there was fraud on your account or something like that, or anytime I get a call, something like that, I will either call the bank back, just as you said, or I'll go down there in person and say, hey, just because I want to know for sure. And sometimes I have gotten down there and they've been like, yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with your card. We didn't send you that text. And but I just went down there the other day, and the card had hit on something, and so
no, and keep an eye on it. No, I mean, know your numbers. Know what's out there. Know your numbers, and know what you're supposed to have in there and what should be coming out. So
I agree. All right, boy, how would you like to be sitting in your house in the middle of the afternoon when a giant ice chunk falls through your roof?